Hi Econ Legends, hey, it is Super Econ Teach here, otherwise known as Econ Teach NZ. And today we're going to be exploring something every country wants more of, economic growth. So what is economic growth? Let's have a look. Economic growth means that we've got an increase in the value of all of the goods and services produced by an economy over time. So in short, the economy is getting bigger, it's growing, it is producing more, all right? It is earning more, there's more income, so income and output is increasing, okay? How do we measure economic growth? The simplest way to explain it is that we measure economic growth based on something called gross domestic product, or GDP. The gross is just a fancy word for total. Domestic, well, that means it's inside our economy, and product because it's about the level of output within the economy. Then we need to consider a couple of extra things. Not all growth is considered equal. You can have countries with very big growth, but a lot of that growth has to do with the prices of the goods and services. So that would be nominal growth. That includes inflation, the price changes. Real economic growth takes those price changes out. It removes those. So from an economist's point of view, we care more about real economic growth, okay? And we compare those numbers from one year to the next. So nominal GDP versus real GDP, all right? That's what we consider. But in the end, why does economic growth matter? Why? Because if our economy is growing, it means there will be more jobs, higher incomes, maybe better standards of living, more resources that are available also for schools, for hospitals, for infrastructure. These are things that governments and we, the consumer, we're keen on, right? Growth in your economy is going to equal opportunities. You're going to be able to make new things, earn more money, right? Have more jobs. How does economic growth occur? A good question. Economic growth can come from the actual structure of the economy itself, so the resources that we have, we might end up having more of those resources. So typically workers, we might have more workers, we might have more machines, more technology, we might have better workers, so more productive workers. We might have better technology, more productive technology. So maybe then we can see from the government side investment in education, investment in innovation as being something that will help to promote growth. So labor, capital, technology, education, all right, can help us with our expanding economy. There is a catch. The catch is that economic growth isn't always perfect. We could have too much economic growth. Too much economic growth might lead to inflation, okay, which we saw in an earlier video. Too much economic growth might have a negative effect on the environment. All right, there might be pollution that's caused or resource depletion. It might be that although we've got economic growth, that economic growth only benefits a few people, a handful of people. So that economic growth would be categorized as unequal. All right. So it shows inequality that's happening. Now, what can we say as a wrap up here? Well, economic growth is going to tell us if a country is moving forward, if it's growing, if it's expanding, or if it's falling behind, if it's decreasing, if it's not growing. So less jobs, less output. So now that you know those basics about economic growth, you are one step closer to mastering macroeconomics. Please like the video. Okay, I did publish this one earlier and I was having issues with the microphone and I did the whole video and we didn't have any sound. But please like this video, hit the subscribe button for more economics made simple videos. Comment in the comment section, what did you like? What topics should I tackle, should I break down next? All right, thank you very much for listening. Hei kōnera, Have a fantastic day, and we will see you next time. Remember, economics at Nexus rocks.